Hello, welcome to part 3 in this video series. So in this series, I'm going to talk about how ladies behave, eh, those who have known the character of men and those who don't know the character of men, and how each behave and the outcome. So before I talk about that, let me give you a little background. I Before I set out to write the book Men Don't Marry Good Girls, I have observed a lot of issues, and one that stood out for me was a lady who at a particular wedding, she was whining, she was cursing, and using all manner of swear words about the groom and wishing them all manner of ills. And I got interested and I decided to find out what the issue was. And it happened that she had been in a relationship with a guy, and she had done all the good things for this guy, brought him out of nowhere and made him who he was before he got married. But at the time when he was to choose who to settle down with, another lady came around and he got involved with her, and he got married to her. And this lady who had done everything good for this guy was bitter. And that was not the only situation. I have seen so many where the lady will tell you how they started and how she had done this or done that. And in movies, everywhere we see them around. And I began to investigate. I began to research on why this happened. And then that is why I talked about understanding yourself and knowing the character of men in the part 1 and part 2 of the video series. If you've not watched those videos, pause this video and go back to those videos and watch them, because I appreciate what this video is about. So if you have watched those videos, let's continue. So um what does a lady need to do to be able to retain? First, you've attracted, and now you are in a relationship. So how do you get this relationship to progress from attraction to a steady relationship to marriage? In the book Men Don't Marry Good Girls, I spoke about the character of the lady and the upbringing that mothers gave us and what they taught us to do. And when it comes to a relationship, those things come to bite us. For instance, in our upbringing as ladies, your mother will tell you to put everyone else's interest first. Sometimes you cook food, and when visitors come, you get to forfeit your own if there's no extra, so that you go cook another one to be hospitable. This is a virtue, and this is very commendable. This is a commendable attribute that mothers have inculcated in the children. When you're a wife, you're a mother, or you are even living on your own, these are things you do and it is commendable. But when it comes to a relationship, putting yourself last hurts you more than it benefits you, because in the men's diary, when a lady begins to over deliver or over compensate, it begins to ring in their brain as she is desperate and she wants to trap them into a marriage. She's showing it becomes like you are acting. So you need to know how to draw the line. And then there are so many things that I spoke about in that book. So for you to be able to know how to hold your relationship tight and to not lose out so many times, you need to know what to do, where to the extent to which you show how good you are, the extent to which you implement this character that your mama gave you. So in that book, it has 4 sessions. In the first sessions, we depicted stories of typical everyday relationships where ladies did what they thought were good from their upbringing, from what they were taught, and in the end, the relationship ended on certain notes. You will learn a lot from those stories. And then in the second section, we talked about getting to know yourself and the men you are involved with. So you will be able to tell who you are, the general attributes of women and that of men, with the distinguishing characteristics of men and what makes them interpret the behaviors of the women differently. Then in the third section, we looked at the upbringing your mother gave you, the character of the good girls and what the smart girl does instead. And then finally, in the last section, we talked about the steps you take in your relationship to ensure that you ended up in a marriage. We talked about your posture for attraction, your attraction blueprint, and the reason why men don't marry good girls. It will be worth your time and your resources. So go get that book right now after watching this video, and you thank me later. And don't forget to drop a review as as the book affects your life. And I wish you all the very best in your as you read that book. Thank you.